Here's the deal. AI is everywhere these days. In our phones, cars, and apparently even in our kitchens now. For the next 24 hours, I'm letting AI choose every single one of my meals. But can we really trust a computer with something as personal as our food choices? Will it pick out something exceptionally delicious? Or is AI about to ruin my taste buds forever? We're about to find out right now.
Let's see where the future will take us. Good morning. It's a beautiful day and I need to have some breakfast. What should I have to set me up for success today? Good morning. Oh, you actually greeted me as well. Shocker. Banana peanut butter oatmeal. It's warm, filling, and packed with energy to fuel your morning. This is the most unoriginal breakfast idea that it could have possibly given me. If this is a mastermind recipe, then I could call myself an AI. Let's see what we're gonna make of it. Add your milk and bring it to a boil. Add your oats. Oh, and don't forget the salt. Mix well.
Cooking oats is always the longest 10 minutes of my life. Like, hurry up already.
Once almost ready, add some cinnamon to it. Transfer your oats to a bowl. Top it off with some banana. I used frozen bananas because I didn't have any fresh ones. And finally, top it off with some peanut butter. The masterpiece is served. I guess being an adult means eating warm mush and calling it nutrient dense. Let's dive in. The problem with using frozen bananas is that it's making the whole thing cold. But to be honest, I cannot blame AI for this because using frozen bananas was my own decision. Yeah, that sucks. Absolutely sucks. Because now all of it is cold. I gotta dig some from the bottom because then it like evens out. I might as well mix all of it then. If you decide to make it though, definitely use fresh bananas. The combination of peanut butter and banana though, that is the kind of love story Shakespeare should have written about. Honestly, they just combine extremely well. According to ChatGPT, this meal provides a great balance of carbs, protein, and healthy fats to start my day. Oats give me slow-releasing energy, while the banana and peanut butter offer natural sweetness and healthy fats, ensuring I feel full and satisfied. You know what? Eating this feels like I'm in a health documentary about like peak morning routines. Because that's literally the most mainstream breakfast ever. I'm gonna rate this thing only based on how much I actually liked it, and I'm not gonna judge the fact that a 5-year-old could have also easily come up with this recipe. Likability-wise, I would rate it a 7 out of 10. I think it was good, but nothing exceptional. Now I'll see if this will keep me full and satisfied like the AI promised. Be back soon. It's snack time. Give me a great recipe that will make even Gordon Ramsay smile. I've got the perfect late night recipe for you. What? Dear friend, it's 12 p.m. What do you mean? Oh, and it's getting even worse. Hold your horses. Honey, ham, and cheese. What the flip? Do you really think that this will make Gordon Ramsay smile? It might not be a Michelin star dish, but I do think it has potential to impress. This has to be the strangest sandwich I've ever made in my life, and I highly doubt that any human intelligence would come up with that kind of a recipe. Who pairs apples and honey with ham and cheese? I don't know. Let's see, maybe it actually works. This plate is not dirty, it's just old. If you're me, you freeze your bread, so take out your bread from the freezer. Then put it into the toaster. Get your toasted bread. Lesson learned, never put your knife in the microwave when you want to warm up your honey, because it'll break. Spread the honey on it with your broken knife. Then add 100 grams of your turkey ham. Add the cheese. Pop it in the microwave for the cheese to melt. Slice the apple. And finally top it off with some apple slices. There's already a huge flaw in this recipe. Like, there's no way I could fit this entire apple on these 2 sandwiches. So AI's math isn't great, that's for sure. And I don't know, it smells so weird. Like a really strong cheese smell and then an apple smell on top of it. Here goes nothing. Surprisingly, the cheese and the apples actually aren't so bad together, but the honey is really throwing me off here. My brain doesn't want to comprehend that this ham doesn't taste savory, but it tastes sweet. The smell is surprisingly strong. It's like filling the whole apartment. I'm actually grateful to have some fresh apples on the side. They work as a palate cleanser. Oh, I just got a really strong honey place. The thing is, when I was making it, I didn't feel like I'm putting that much honey on it. But even this amount, I can taste it so strongly. So thank God it didn't tell me to put more. Let me get a bite of the apple, cheese, and ham together without the honey. That's good, surprisingly. Who would have thought? So it's confirmed that the honey is ruining the whole thing. Honey hit? Ooh. Oh my god, the honey is like, oh, it's literally almost making me nauseous. Without the honey, this would have been an 8 out of 10, but the honey brought it down to a 2 out of 10. That really made it suck. The breakfast was awesome. This was a fumble. So the success rate right now is 50-50. No idea now what lunch is gonna bring. It's time for me to have lunch. I'm still feeling nauseous from the last snack you made me eat. What should I eat for lunch that will make me feel better? Chicken breast and rice bowl. How original. Chicken breast, white rice, cooked carrots and peas. I don't think I have peas. I do have carrots. Can I substitute the peas with mushrooms? Absolutely. Carrots and mushrooms it is. This thing is giving me extreme gym bro vibes, but I guess we're gonna do it. Boil your rice by adding rice and water to a pot. Get a pan, heat some olive oil, and then throw in your cut up chicken pieces. Season it like you want. Once the chicken has cooked for some time, add your veggies and let everything cook until it looks ready. Get a bowl and add your rice, chicken and veggies, and a little touch of soy sauce. The Gym Bro cookbook only has one recipe and this is it. Ready to dive in? Should I make a face that I've never eaten this thing before? Because this meal is as original as squats on a leg day. They say greatness is built on routine, and apparently so is this lunch. Chicken, rice, and veggies, the holy trinity of gym bros, bodybuilders, and people who gave up on original recipes a long time ago. Goodness gracious, this chicken is so tender. Cooking chicken to the perfect tenderness is probably the sickest skill I have. I think I might have gotten a little over with the soy sauce, because it's really salty. But I can't blame it on the AI because I didn't measure it. And I think I used more than 1 tablespoon, like the AI recommended. So that's on me, I guess. Each bite, gains. Each chew, a reminder that flavor is optional, but protein is mandatory. Will this meal change my life? No. Will it make me bench press an extra 5 pounds? Probably. Will I eat it again tomorrow? Oh, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, the grind doesn't stop. And neither do the chicken and rice. I was making fun of it, but let's be real, you can't really go wrong with this kind of meal. It's unoriginal and mainstream for a reason. I mean, it tasted really great. And yeah, if you're looking for something exciting, then this will be super boring, but I will give it an 8 out of 10. It would have been a 9 if it wasn't so salty. We're here again, and it's time for me to have another snack. I really hope we're gonna have some more luck than last time. It's 5 p.m. What should I have for a snack? Are you for real? Cottage cheese with milk chocolate. What is it with you with these snacks? Like pairing sweet and savory? I already saw it in the morning that this doesn't work. Cottage cheese is meant to be eaten savory. I know, people eat it with jam and all sorts of weird things, but for me, cottage cheese is something that goes with savory food. And now I have to eat milk chocolate with it. Start off this amazing invention by using a cool green glass bowl. Add your cottage cheese. Then add your milk chocolate that has been in the fridge for so long that it has started to turn white. Also, it's actually advisable to use the help of a knife to break up the chocolate. Set it to the side while you take another piece of bread from the freezer. Toast the bread, cut the toasted bread into strips, and place them neatly on the bowl, as recommended by our good friend ChatGPT. I love cottage cheese, but I'm not sure I can say the same thing about this bowl of cottage cheese. Also, the plating that the AI recommended is so inconvenient. I have no idea where I should dig in from because the bread strips are really in the way. And to me, seeing chocolate on cottage cheese just looks super weird. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go for a spoonful that has a big piece of chocolate and cottage cheese. Cheers. I took the first bite and honestly, the taste kind of threw me off. Wait. It's a snack that makes you think, what is this? It kind of reminded me of, I don't even know. Maybe a slightly savory chocolate-covered ice cream. Also, I don't know what purpose the bread has here. Okay, maybe it has some nutritional purposes, but otherwise it just doesn't make sense. It's just like, there. The only purpose the bread is serving for me right now is its ability to soak in the liquid that comes from the cottage cheese. Of course, some of it dripped on me. I think I found the most uncomfortable position to eat in. Like, what am I doing? The perks of living in a small apartment. I'm not sure if I'm liking it or hating it. It's so weird, it's just so weird. I think my brain doesn't want to understand this. But why? Why would you eat cottage cheese with chocolate? Like, why? I can get yogurt, but why cottage cheese? I just witnessed something incredibly weird. It wasn't disgusting, so I can't give it a bad rating, but at the same time, I would never make it for myself again. I guess saying this was a 5 out of 10 would be quite accurate. Yeah, I'm just so confused.
It's dinner time and I'm hungry. What should I have for dinner?
For dinner, I've got the perfect meal for you. Vegan beef and potatoes. It's a plant-based take on the classic beef and potatoes dish, but way better. Rehydrated soy flakes. The hell is that? Well, thank God we have Google. Oh, I think I've seen them in the store, but I don't have them at home. I have no idea why it wants me to make that. Why couldn't you just give me normal beef and potatoes? Well, gotta run to the store now.
While your potatoes are boiling, add some olive oil to a pan, add the dehydrated soy flakes and some water, and cover the pan with a lid to let the soy flakes dehydrate. Once dehydrated, add your frozen beans, some seasonings, and let it simmer for a bit more. Stab your potatoes with a knife to know if they're ready, and then put everything on a plate with a red circle on it.
Please go away right now. AI-generated dinner is served. I'm gonna say 2 things right off the bat before trying it. Number 1, it looks kind of dry. And number 2, I will be really surprised if the potatoes will be salted properly. It's so hard to boil potatoes and salt them to the right level.
According to ChatGPT, soy flakes are a great alternative to beef because they provide a plant-based source of protein, offering similar nutritional benefits without the environmental impact of animal products.
I don't know what it is with this, but it's just really boring. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's something big missing. I've got an idea. A bit more. Let's try it that way. I don't know how whatever this is should be better than real beef, but it's not terrible. The dehydrated soy flakes are quite interesting, but I think the problem I'm having here is that it looks like beef, but it tastes nothing like beef. So it's really throwing me off.
But hey, here we are, saving the world one questionable bite at a time.
It was super filling, I'm super full, like, whew. Well, the portion was quite huge, so I don't know what to make of it. Wasn't bad, wasn't good either. You know, it was decent. Yeah, that'll do. It was decent. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. If the sauce would have already been included in the recipe, then potentially the number would have been higher. But I'll stick to 6.5 for now. It's actually quite late because I was reading the script and I got a little carried away. But to be fair, it's a really good script, so I'm not surprised that this happened. However, I still need to eat a snack before I go to bed. So let's ask Chat for the last time what it wants me to have.
It's really late, but I have to have another snack before I go to sleep. Oops, sleep. Tell me a good late night snack.
How about Greek yogurt with chocolate cereal and honey? Perfect when you're craving something tasty but light before bed. That's light? Are you kidding me? Well, I could argue about the lightness of this, but it is easy to put together. That's decent actually. Now we're talking. Something normal and not out of the ordinary to finish the day off with. Let's go. If we're not supposed to have late night snacks, then why is there a light in the fridge?
Take a thick spoonful of honey and heat it up in the microwave, but make sure to not put your knife in the microwave this time. Add the Greek yogurt and the fruit of your choice. Finally, top it off with a heap of chocolate cereal. Here you go. The masterpiece is ready to be devoured.
As you can see, I've made it to the comfort of my bed, and it's time to wrap up this day with a good late night snack. Chocolate cereal, more like tiny bits of happiness. I don't know how this is supposed to be a light snack. Look at the size of this thing. Why does this slap harder than a 5-star dessert? The crunch and the creaminess together.
Sometimes we all need a snack that picks us up and takes us straight back to our childhoods, like a big bowl of amazing chocolatey goodness. I'm not even gonna lie, eating this made me feel like I'm 5 years old again, just living my best life with no responsibilities and unlimited snacks. It's simple, it's sweet. It's like fueling your inner child. Oh, and the fruit? I'm convinced the AI added that just to make the snack seem healthier. But come on, we all know it's the chocolate cereal that's running the show.
Woo! I'm so full already. Actually, I was still so full from dinner, even before starting to have this. And I have more than half to go, but I'm so full. I had to wait the whole day to get to something great. But hey, at least we finished strong. Based on this experience, I would say that AI needs some practice time. I devoured this thing and I will rate it a 9 out of 10. It was huge, but at least I don't need to do anything anymore and I can just curl over and let this fuel do good things to my body. 9 out of 10.
Wow, what a day. AI really took me on a wild ride with these meals. I mean, some of them were really weird, but some were surprisingly normal. Anyways, this was definitely an experience. So, can AI be trusted with her food choices? Honestly, kind of. But also, maybe not. I mean, would I do this every day? Probably not. But was it fun? Definitely. Now, here's where you come in. Should I do something like this again? Let me know in the comments which crazy AI challenge I should try next. And hey, if you enjoyed watching me struggle through this weird food experiment, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more challenges like this one. What was that? A text message from ChatGPT. Guys, you have to see this one. Let me put it on the screen for you.